So I've been YouTubing now for about 12 months. It's been really exciting. And so I thought I would do my take on what it's been like to be on YouTube for the last 12 months. I see these videos all the time, sharing their wins, sharing how much money they've made and all that sort of stuff. We're going to go into a little bit of that today, but mostly I want to encourage you, the new, fresh YouTuber, to start immediately and to keep going. For context, hey, I'm Brianna. I'm the head honcho of a podcast and video production agency here in Australia, Bamby Media. We produce podcasts and video podcasts for people all over the world every day. It is amazing, and I've been doing it for about a decade. About 12 months ago, I was like, right, I gotta get on YouTube because I am helping others, our team help others with YouTube, and we didn't have a channel of our own. So we couldn't kind of test things in the way that I wanted to test them without stuffing up some other client's channel, you know? I wanted to be able to try things and it be for a channel of our own. I was also really interested to see how long it would take us to get to that monetization status, to get to that 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. As it turns out, it took about 12 months. At time of recording, we're sitting at 1,210 subscribers. I don't know what it'll be when you are watching this video, but I want to implore you to get going straight away. We get about 14,000 views in 28 days. We have a watch time in hours of around 673. And we're looking at around 118, 120-ish subscribers in the 28-day cycle as well. Early days still, that gives you a benchmark. And then for our first ever month of monetization, we came in at $114.86. That's what that looks like right now. And oh my gosh, that first couple of dollars was like, what the hell is this is so cool. I feel like it's free money, and it's definitely not free money. We're going to go into that. There's a lot of production behind it, but it felt so cool to be like, this is what it feels like when you have something monetized on YouTube. It's a very different experience to podcasting to audio only. I thought that was really cool. So I'm going to give you a bunch of things that I've learned so that hopefully it will help you maybe not do some of those things or just further accentuate the need to relax and to release the outcome as well. Number one, consistency is key. Okay, everyone says that, but breaks are also fine. Yeah, it's good to get on a schedule where you're releasing every week and it's boom, 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 things are coming out. But also, if you need to take a couple of weeks, it's not going to be the end of the world. I think because these days it's less about your subscriber count. It's more algorithm based than it used to be. Having a couple of weeks off, just chill. That's okay. Take a break. Over December, we had to do a forced break, and I really didn't want to. I wasn't planning on taking a break. The stuff that we had planned and had batched, we couldn't actually edit because we had this big project fall in our lap just before December, and it meant that everything that we were doing for Bamby Media, our own channel, had to wait because there was a bunch of client work that we needed to get done ASAP. So I had a break. And I had a little break in August, and I had a little break in June. I think I missed a week or two, whatever. It didn't really make that big of a difference in the long run. Maybe it delayed the monetization by a couple of weeks. Okay, it's fine. Just chill, take a break if you need to. Everything will be fine. Number two is not every upload is gonna be a banger. And this is fine. This is good. This is part of it. In fact, I think I got a bit lucky here because we are already a podcast and video production company, because we already do videos for other people. I had the unfair advantage, like Ali Abdaal talks about, so that the quality of what I was delivering from day one was very different from someone else's day one that doesn't have all that background. I didn't expect that our videos were going to go pop off really quickly, but more of them trended well than not. But not everyone is a banger. And something that you think is going to go well might not go well. it really depends on what your viewer is actually searching for. In those early days, until you kind of establish what people are most likely to be searching for, you're going to have a heap of videos and maybe they won't go super well, but eventually you'll find your thing. That's where the consistency plays in, because you won't find it immediately probably, but you will find it. And for us, part of the YouTube channel for me was really wanting to showcase all my knowledge in audio production. I know so much. Like, it's a baffling amount of things that I know about audio production. I've been doing this for almost 20 years. Maybe I don't look old enough to be doing this for 20 years, but I have. And if I do, shut up. I wanted to showcase that. And one of my first loves is actually microphones. Like, I did an audio production degree. I know a lot about sound. I know a lot about voices. I know a lot about what makes it rich, what makes the tone good, what's EQ, what's compression, how do we play with these things to make the like the juicy, beautiful sound. I wanted to do that and compare and review from the get-go. And it just so happened that for us, that has been something that lots of people search for. Lots of people want to know the same things I do. When they're trying to find a microphone, they don't want to just hear a review of that microphone, although that helps, but they want to compare it to something else. They want to see the verses. They want to feel and hear the differences between them. So I got lucky, sort of, in that fairly early on, I had a video that I was like, yeah, see, people really want this. I'm going to do more of this because I also want to do this. The trap that you may fall into is like, when a video goes well, when it's like a banger, then you'll be like, oh, people love this, so I'm going to do way more of this. And it's like, yeah, but do you want to do way more of that? Like, is that part of your strategy, or are you now just playing into what everyone else is telling you that you should be doing content on? There's this balance of like, you have to love it, you have to find it fun and enjoyable, you have to want to make content about it, and the listener, the watcher, the viewer also needs to search for those things. So not every episode, not every video is going to be a banger. That's totally fine. Just produce the content that you want to produce. Over time, you'll see what buckets they fall into and what you're going to get most traction out of. Numero tres is the YouTube community. Oh my God, I love you guys. I love you guys so much. You're so much more engaged than the podcasting listener is. From an audio perspective, when someone puts you in their ears, they will listen to you probably for the length of the episode. That would be 20, could be 30 minutes, could be 3 hours. If you're Joe Rogan and you want to go for 3 hours, that's engagement. You can't get that kind of engagement anywhere else. But do they give you any feedback? Most of the time, no. They put you in their ears and then they're like, oh yeah, this is sweet, I'm having such a great time. You'll never hear from them. And it's kind of sad because you want to. On Spotify now, they have comments, and that's getting a little bit more traction with like actually having comments on the things. But on YouTube, the community is so much better. You can see that people are watching. Yeah, they're not watching for as long. In fact, I'm sure a lot of people have turned this off already because that's what happens with YouTube. But they leave comments and they go, love what you're doing, keep going. Hey, you deserve to have more subscribers, or I don't agree with this. I think it should be this, or you didn't test this right, your microphone was in the wrong. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It's cool to have people engaging with you, to building a community that you can actually see. Community on YouTube has been one of my absolute favorite things. Like, thank you for being here, because it's really fun for me to be able to see and interact and leave comments in reply to stuff that you're actually putting on there. Hooray! Number 4, A/B testing thumbnails is great in theory. Like, I loved when it came in, but also it was like, oh, now we have to create 2 thumbnails? Come on! So it's great in theory, but depending on how much time you have, if you are the Diary of a CEO and you have like a bunch of people creating thumbnails and testing them all on Facebook ads, that's awesome. But for us here at Bamby Media, and I'm sure for a lot of you as well, it's like, I've got a team of 5 people. We're also producing client work every day, all day. This is not all that we're doing. Testing like a bunch of different thumbnails. I like the idea of it, but we haven't really put it into practice too much. We've done it a couple of times, but it's adding more workload to an already huge workload. Number 5 is titles matter. Duh. Flippin' everyone tells you that, and it's true. If you get your title wrong, your video is probably going to tank. You can change your title though at any time. Just change it. If it's not working, you're not getting the downloads, the SEO's not there, like people aren't searching for that thing, change it. Just change it. It's not a big deal. No one's going to notice. And then see how it goes after that. Number 6, tools like vidIQ or YouTube Buddy are awesome. I use vidIQ. I don't use it for all our episodes, but I pop in there and it helps me get over the hurdle sometimes of like, okay, what are people actually searching for? Am I hitting that mark? Especially if I've got like a new piece of kit. With this particular piece of kit, what are people searching for? And so then I'll make sure that I'm hitting that in the video that I then plan to do. So whatever it is that you're looking at potentially doing an episode on, vidIQ is really good at making sure that you're doing the right spin on whatever that is to get the best outcome out of it. Number 7, consuming is an important part of your growth. Now, I hate social media. I really don't like it. Like traditional, TikTok and flipping Instagram and Facebook and just like doom scrolling. I hate it. I don't know if you're the same, but I really hate it. It's just so soul destroying. But with YouTube, it's different. With YouTube, and I mean, I know they have YouTube Shorts, but I certainly feel like for the growth of my channel, I need to make sure that I'm consuming also on YouTube so that I can see not what my competitors are doing. Like I don't feel like there's a competition here on YouTube. I think that there's space for everybody and everybody's unique. But I like to keep up to date with how people are producing, like what other people are editing, how they're putting things together, what kind of graphics are people using, what kind of shots are people creating. Getting inspiration from other people I find to be so satisfying, and it's definitely a big part of the actual growth here is to make sure that I'm consuming enough to understand what's working on YouTube and what's not working on YouTube. Number 8, scripting is good, but not a script. If you've got a teleprompter and you're just reading from a script, I don't think that's as good as having like some dot points, having an idea of what you're going to say, and then just talking. And you'll probably suck at it to begin with, but over time, you'll just get better at it. It's so much more engaging. It's so much more like appealing to the person that's watching you. I feel like I'm actually having a conversation with you. I've got some things that I want to say. I've got some dot points, some numbers, some things written down, but I haven't scripted the whole thing. It feels much more natural doing it this way, and I hope that you feel the same way when you're watching and listening to me as well. Number 9, the videos that pop off, as in do really well, can often be surprising. So I watched a video a while back that Sean Cannell did on Think Media. It's a great channel. I watched a lot of their videos before I started a YouTube channel. Something he said really stuck with me. He says you got to find your hammer in a nail content. He showed a video where there's this YouTube video of someone literally hammering a nail into a piece of drywall. Like that's the whole video. It's like, here's a nail, here's the wall, banging it in, right? This video's got like millions of views. That video is a banger in the truest sense of the word. And I was like, what? Like, are you actually serious? Who needs this information? Lots of people need that information. That was like a real eye-opener for me, where I just went, like, you don't have to be super sophisticated. You don't have to be, the most polished thing. You don't have to know way more than everybody else. You just need to find the things that people really search for, that people really want to know about, and then deliver on that thing. We did this video where it was, I think I was reviewing the Rode Pod mic, And I was saying how good it was and applications for it, USB versus XLR. It was a great video. Good. One of our earlier ones. A few people said in the comments of that video, yeah, but how do I set up my DSP settings for it? I was like, oh, okay, that seems pretty like simple. Like I thought it was simple, but I'm going to do a video on it because clearly there's people that really don't understand this. Like this should be something that I do a video on. And it wasn't for me to be like, cool, this is going to get a bunch of views. It was just like, this feels like something that needs to be delivered to the community. The audience needs this. So I did this video. It was really detailed on how to set up your DSP settings for the Rode pod mic. Super boring title. Yeah, it's just a walkthrough. And this video has got almost 20,000 views. I certainly did not expect that from this video. That's the thing, right? Is that take knowledge of what your viewer is actually asking about, like questioning, and make sure that you deliver on that. Like if enough people are asking for something, it's probably a good idea for you to do a video on that thing. So that video is still going great, and I get a lot of like, thank you, hooray, you know, I this is the thing I needed. That's awesome. So that was surprising and pretty cool. Number 10, it must be joyful. So for me, this is huge. As you can probably tell, I'm all about the joy. Everything I do in my life, when I commit to something, and it's going to be long-term, like a job, you know, when I set up Bamby Media, a child, like having children, you know, things like, although that's certainly not joyful all the time. I need it to be joyful. And so with the YouTube channel as well, that was non-negotiable. I had to have joy coming into this experience. I had to feel like I was in a place where I could connect with you and find happiness for you and myself as well. That's key. You must find the joy. If it's not joyful and it becomes monotonous and boring and you just hate it and you're so sick of it and you're burned out, you're probably doing the wrong thing. Number 11, you need a good system. Systems and processes are my favorite thing in the world. Now, unfair advantage, again, from my point of view here, because we have a podcast and video production company, we already have systems and processes in place because we already produce shows for other people on repeat every day, every week. We already know exactly what is involved and the steps that need to happen, the checklists that need to be done in order to get this thing out the door in time by the deadline. So when I decided to start a YouTube channel, I used those same systems and processes and put myself forward as a client. So we have like on our Trello board, the Pump Up Your Pod podcast is now in there with all our other clients. And then we have checkboxes for all the things that need to be done for that podcast, for that video YouTube channel, the same way as we have for every other client. If you have systems and processes that can be followed, then you're much more likely to keep that kind of hamster wheel going, keep your consistency going, because you have things that you need to tick off all the time and that you have deadlines that you can adhere to, knowing that you'll be able to get those things done because you've systemized. And it also means that you can outsource so that you're not left doing everything, that you have other people in your team, or maybe you're outsourcing to someone like us, because there's a lot of stuff that you need to do to have a thriving channel. And so systems and processes have been key. Number 12, track your revenue from day one. So I know I said, we didn't get monetized until 365 days in, but that doesn't mean we didn't make money off of YouTube almost immediately. So what I did was I created a spreadsheet where I listed out anything that we got, any question, any consult, tracked all that to then go quickly over time, what actual revenue is the YouTube channel bringing in that's not from ads, that's not from the Google AdSense. And I was very surprised very quickly as to the money that we could generate from having a YouTube channel without it having to be monetized at all. That only works if you have something that someone can actually purchase. So from day one, if you're trying to promote something like, Bamby Media and our services and consults and affiliates and all that, from day one, you need to have some things in place that people can so easily, like it's frictionless, just go, yes, I'm going to buy that. Yes, I'm going to book in that consult. I can't wait to give this person money because they're giving me so much value. And that's the feedback that I get, is like when someone books in for one of our consults, and it's one of the first things they say is like, I've been consuming your content and I really love it. Like I've got a lot out of this and I'm so happy to be giving you money right now to help me. Like just please help me, So track your revenue from day one, have a little bit of a spreadsheet and just see what happens, see what comes in. Because if you're waiting for AdSense to kick in, it might be a while. Have some services, some products, some sort of offering. Maybe it's like a downloadable that makes you money if you want it to be making you money. My last one is, I don't think you need to be worried so much about how many subscribers you have. It seems to be less of a thing. Like subscribers are fine and good, and it's like I'm so excited when I get more subscribers, but it's less about the subscribers because I feel like they're not being served your content anyway so much. When I look into the back end of our YouTube channel, most of the people that watch our channel are not subscribers. I think it's something obscene, like 85. I don't know. It's a big percentage of people aren't subscribed. And that makes sense to me because of the content that I'm delivering. I'm delivering content where it's talking about 2 microphones, competing those microphones, or it's software that I'm reviewing, or it's like DSP settings, as I said, or there's quick tips for podcasting and for podcasters. We're doing things around like Descript and like editing, podcast editing. You wouldn't necessarily subscribe to that channel. I mean, if you do, if you like this, please subscribe. But I'm saying like, don't let it overwhelm you being like, why don't I have more subscribers? You'll get there. You'll get there. Just focus on the quality content and you'll still get views. If your content is good, if your quality is good, if what you're like talking about are things that people are actually interested in and searching for, you're going to get views. It's going to turn into things that you don't expect. It's going to change your life. It really will change your life. Don't be so hung up on how many subscribers do I have. I think that that's less of a thing. Enjoy the process. You will get there. Enjoy the ride. That's it for me today. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, you know all the things to do. I don't even need to prompt you. You may not have even got to the end. But if you did, thanks so much for being here all the way to the end. I hope you have a lovely day.